Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go! God!
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by OmahaSteaks.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, fake news, everybody, bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. Got some real news here to report at the top of the show for us. Got some grocery stores up in Pennsylvania for Hard AF Seltzer, giant grocery stores. We got a 3-store test run there. It's one of the biggest grocery chains in all of Pennsylvania. If they do well, they'll push it out to all the giant stores in Pennsylvania. Let's see here. 2121 South Atherton, State College, Pennsylvania. 255 Northland Center, State College, Pennsylvania. And then 2699 Benner Pike and Belafonte, Pennsylvania. Do you know them?
It's Harry Belafonte.
I hope it is. Is that Harry Bell? Does he own that whole town?
Is he alive?
I don't know. His son is. Oh, shit. That's right. His son was the one who was married to Scary Spice, and they got in the threesomes with a nanny. And the deal was that he couldn't fuck the nanny if she wasn't there.
But he did anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she came home and was just like, wait, what are you doing fucking the nanny?
It's not named after him, though.
It's not?
Harry Belafonte's from Harlem. They wouldn't name some random ass street in Pennsylvania after him.
He's a legend.
Unless he's not a Penn State grad or anything. Is he? I don't think so.
I don't know if it was segregated or unsegregated, desegregated.
Definitely not. He was born in 1927.
Okay. I think there's some listeners out in the lobby. If you want to grab them, they can come on in and have some drinks.
That might be Candace.
All right.
She's doing a show with our buddy. Good God, Bob.
Bob almost died.
Himself.
Bob almost died right live on air.
Fucking rookie.
Holy
dude.
shit!
How long have you been doing this?
Bob, put the camera on Bob. Bobby almost died.
Decapitated
almost
himself.
destroyed the set.
Jesus Christ.
The cord was wrapped around your neck like an umbilical cord.
Well, we'll get to why.
You almost umbied, dude. Yeah.
It's one of the other stores we were going to talk about.
It sure is. Also, we're in Bulls Market in Tampa on 13742 North 42nd Street in Tampa, Florida, and Bulls Liquor on 10910 on North 30th Street in Tampa, Florida. And they're asking us to do a live show out there on November 6th for the USF game. Bob, can you pull up Bulls Liquor? Are they going to let us do another show instead of a store? I know that episode drops tomorrow for us. I would be shocked after you listen to tomorrow's episode that they would let us back inside a store. How many times do we talk about the Klan and shit inside that store?
I think it was maybe 8.
Over under
88.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's a reference to the white supremacists. Actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
I don't know enough about it. I should.
H H 8. H is the 8th letter of the
Look
alphabet.
at that.
If you see somebody with an 88 tattoo, chances are they're not going to like your black friend.
I thought they were just big Michael Irvin fans.
Could be.
Number 88.
He's not. Is he
For
the
the
most
Cowboys.
famous 88?
I think so. That's the first one that comes to mind for me. Bob, let's see the inside of this joint. Will they let us have it in there?
Well, there's a couple. What is it? Bull what?
Bulls. Yeah, Bulls Liquor.
Okay, there's Bulls Liquor.
There's a ton. Hey, there's a ton of Bulls there, and I
I'll go
don't
with
know if
Bulls
that's where you
Liquor
shopped for your bowl. Can you buy a bowl there? Like, what's the deal here?
Just Bull juice.
Oh, just Bull juice. Okay. Yeah, this looks like your normal liquor store, and they're gonna let us in there.
Hey, what do you mean by
is
that?
a mistake, dude. That is
What do you
a
mean?
mistake.
Sorry, what do you mean by let us in there? We found out maybe 10 minutes ago that we have a very large following of sorority girls, apparently.
Yes,
which is
at
very
University of South Florida.
Extremely odd to me.
They're buying
do?
like 15 cases. Yeah, 15 cases a week, they said.
So they found
at this place on University of South Florida. And forgive me,
Yeah.
you guys, we have not been there.
No, we
I haven't
haven't,
been
no.
on that campus.
No, they found us through Hard AF, actually.
Correct.
And then told our rep down there that, like, yeah, we all listen to the show. And he's like, what show? And they're like, Drinkin Bro. I was like, well, why?
Why?
Are you listening to
Unless
this?
you want to know what dudes are talking about.
I guess, yeah, it's inside baseball, trying to figure out what dudes are up to.
Well, look, we're up to a lot. We talk, circumcisions here. Maybe it's my appreciation for male nudity. That brought him in.
That could be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
My rant on Conor McGregor's dick was a good half hour. I feel like some say it wasn't long enough. Not his dick, the rants. But Bulls looks great. Yeah, I would do a fucking show outside of there.
Yeah, why not?
That'd be fun as shit.
Or maybe inside. Is my volume low? Somebody said in the chat that my volume is low.
Pump
you're
up
fine.
the volume, dude.
I'm looking at it. I got the
There you
levels.
go. You got the levels rocking there.
Nobody
Get the
said
ones and
women are a
twos.
monolith, Sarah. You fucking bitch.
Yeah, come on, dude.
No, it's just odd that like 19, 20, etc. year old women are listening. You're just not the target demographic here.
Usually
But
not.
we're glad to have you, obviously, and hopefully you'll get your boys.
Hooked on
boys to
Hard
men.
AF seltzer down
and we'll
there.
do boys to men.
We
We're not going to play their music, although I do enjoy it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love.
Motown Philly's back again. Yeah, come on. You know what I mean?
How do I?
Yeah. Well, you're going to get us copyrighted.
Say goodbye.
It's too close to the
I know.
original.
I know. I'm really good.
But yeah, like hopefully they'll get
It's off the cuff.
the dudes there
I know.
because
Bring out the fraternity dudes. They're
You know.
buying out all the stores everywhere else. So, shit. Let's fucking rock. But yeah, if you're down in Tampa, we did a gig down there at the Tampa Bay Rays thing. That was fucking fun as shit.
everything we've done in South Florida has been dope.
I know.
We've done a house party outside of Orlando. We've done multiple
listener's
shows
house,
in
yeah.
Orlando. We've done.
I'm down.
We've done
you don't have
bars
to twist
down
my
there.
arm to go to Florida.
What did we do last time? We were in St. Pete with what's her nuts, Allie and her
fuck,
husband.
dude. God
What-
damn it.
we did a show somewhere, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But also, you know where we went, dude, was the night before I went to Hogan's Hangout.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
I'm
Nick's
still
still there.
grieving, dude, over
Nick's still
Hogan.
alive.
He is. And he just sued Bubba the Love Sponge, by the way.
Again?
Again.
Oh no! Wait, they never sued him specifically. They sued Gawker.
Yeah, I guess there's some other thing that Bubba the Love Sponge had about him or a
my
book or something
God.
like that. And Nick Hogan goes, fuck you. We're not doing this bullshit again. I'm suing you now.
good. I like Nick.
I do too. He's a really great dude in person.
Yeah, he was super nice.
And chances are, after, obviously he's done with Grievin and all that other
Mm.
stuff, that he'll be back at Hogan's Hangout because they were doing events there, like massive events.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you've been to that bar, it's like two
Yeah, it's-
stories and it's
yeah.
rocks.
Yeah, if you go there, ask him about the fucking power lifter / bouncer who's the karaoke champion.
I
for
love
some
him.
reason.
We were going to do an event with him on the
Yeah.
beach, and they didn't have a liquor license in time. But yeah, I love that guy too. So best wishes to you guys. We love
Yeah.
you. And I'm still I'm a Hulkamaniac, and I'm still grieving too, brother. All right, let's get to the news, shall we? DOJ official claims Epstein list redacted. Huge shock. James O'Keefe.
But wait, before you get into this, I
Yeah.
just want to make it clear. This is what I told you 3 months ago.
Yes.
Like not word
We're
for
almost
word,
close to
but
word
it's
for
like
word.
pretty close to exactly what we reported here 3 months ago. And wait for proof, I guess. Fair enough. Here
Do
it
we
is.
need it? Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I
yeah,
think
you definitely need
I
it.
think we got it now.
I think it's always appropriate to be skeptical of everything, but
I do too, and it's a lot of people are tuning into the show because we've been right about a lot of shit. Fuck. I mean, it's wild. It's almost like we are becoming kind of the news in a weird way. But yeah, you should question all of this shit. and then try to talk to people and find out about it. Even Street Gonzo was on Sarah Gonzalez's show talking about the electricity and.
Oh yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
all sorts of. I'll have more reports, I think, on that by next week.
Okay.
But there's all sorts of shit happened. A bunch of people have been fired off of that board. One of the companies has been relieved of their responsibilities. Like finally, not finally, because nobody really knew this was going on. But now that it's been made clear to the Trump admin, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it finally gained some media attention,
Yeah.
is what had happened, and it truthfully, it did happen through Street Gonzo, Gary. Like,
Well, no, actually, it happened through me.
well,
but
you
then,
will send him down there, but
No, I mean we reported on the show 2 months ago. Is when it
he
started.
got 22 million views
Yeah.
on that footage down in
It's really
in
good,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico.
Yeah.
So it's great. But yeah, James O'Keefe, the Project Veritas founder and longtime pro-MAGA activist, published a clip on Thursday of a Trump Justice Department official claiming the Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to prison to keep her quiet. In the clip, an off-camera woman asks Joseph Schnitt, it's a real last name, by the way, and I said it correctly, an acting deputy chief of special operations about the Epstein files and Maxwell, convicted sex offender and Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice. But those files do exist. Yeah, thousands and thousands of pages through. They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files, leave all the liberal, Democratic people in those pages.
We can, Bob, if you navigate to that link, I think there's the video.
I would love to see this video because I have not seen it yet. We were doing RPR
It's
earlier
like,
this
it's
morning.
a Twitter post. Yeah,
There
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah. And this, by the way, this guy, I don't know if it's been made clear yet, but the dude that's speaking is Joseph Schnitt, who is the acting deputy chief of the Office of Enforcement Operations.
Currently?
At the Department of Justice, yes.
It'll be formally.
This
soon.
isn't, well, yeah, certainly it will be, but this isn't like, so I've been critical of O'Keefe in the past about stuff like finding mid-level or low-level employees and having them say their opinion and be like, see, we got you. This is not a mid or, so this is an acting, which means somebody in the Trump administration said, we want this guy to be in this position.
Okay.
Right? Specifically. So this isn't just some Yahoo that's a carryover from the last administration or any of that shit. This is a guy who was appointed, I assume. I don't know for a fact that he was appointed by Trump, but usually you don't carry actings over into the next administration. That would be weird, especially we're in fucking 8 months into it now.
Yeah.
So this guy, this is a Trump person, my understanding.
Okay. Go ahead and play this video.
Those files do exist.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of pages of files. They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files, leave all the liberal, Democratic people in those files.
I think they visited that Maxwell person
Yeah,
and also involved.
she got transferred to a minimum security prison too recently, which is against BOP policy because she's a convicted sex offender. They're offering her something to keep it on shut.
That was the acting deputy chief of the Office of Enforcement Operations, Joseph Schnitt, telling a stranger about the FBI and DOJ's handling of the Epstein files.
All right, you can cut it.
Schnitt, who works at...
We don't need to hear all that. So, Schnitt's a high-level guy inside the DOJ. He goes on to comment about the inconsistent statements, the special treatment of Ghislaine Maxwell, which you heard right there, that she's like... Bureau of Prisons, BOP is what he's referring to, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, doesn't let convicted sex offenders just go to a fucking sweetheart facility.
Which is the one she's at in Texas currently.
like Club Fed. You don't
Okay.
you sex offenders go to not great places.
That's what
typically.
I thought.
Well, that's the stand. That's not it's the standard. That's protocol, right? And then of course the blatant backtracking of the administration on transparency. I reported this, I think it was like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
I believe.
roughly, yeah.
Something like that. Here is a high-level DOJ employee confirming that that's what's happening. I'm telling you, this list of thousands of pages, not the shit that you've seen, these 40,000 pages of nothing, thousands of pages of statements and intelligence reports and all this other shit, and 170-some people under investigation by the DOJ, and files being redacted to remove certain things. I don't know about all Republicans or anything like that, but certainly things are being redacted that shouldn't be.
Yeah, and again, not shocked by this, but some of the listeners yesterday hit us up on Twitter. I think you were tagged in it as well, of saying with the Trump thing, saying that it's a hoax, like right to our faces. We know this isn't a hoax. With him, man, I would just let it go at this point. I wouldn't even answer a fucking Epstein question or anything else because it just keeps getting worse. We all know that this isn't a hoax. We all know that these people have been redacted and all this other shit.
Yeah. Well, the DOJ released a statement about this. Joseph Schnitt had no role in the department's internal review of Epstein materials. He has confirmed as much to leadership, and we plan to publish his written statement to that effect when we have it. In his own words, the comments Mr. Schnitt made were based on, quote, what he learned in the media, and he has no idea or he has no knowledge of circumstances surrounding Miss Maxwell, blah, 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 blah. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. He didn't. Where have you heard any of this in the media? Unless he listens to fucking Drinkin Bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Nonsense. This guy is a fucking long-time DOJ employee, right? There are a team of 70 people that are pouring through these fucking files and redacting shit. And all this stuff that's come out about Melania being introduced, about files being redacted, and all this other horse shit came from that team. Mm-hmm. They have a leaky ship, and thank Christ they do, to be honest. Otherwise, we would never have heard about any of this stuff. Now, I don't know what necessarily to think about the guy's statements in particular about all Republicans being removed from it. That would be if they released something that was like, oh, it's just the Democrats. There were no Republican politicians involved. It's like, come on, man. You fucking kidding me? So maybe to some degree he's full of shit. But this is, what we don't like in the biz is single source information, right? But when you start hearing the same story from multiple outlets, from multiple sources that don't necessarily have contact with one another, I don't know this dude or who he is. I've never heard of this guy before today. He heard from people the same thing that I did, or he was involved in it in some way and they're lying about it now. It's one of those two things. So this is not what I would refer to as single source information. I wouldn't say this is 100% confirmation, but it's pretty goddamn close for me.
The other part about this too, Bob, if you can pull up that guy's picture one more time, he does look like a Drinkin Bro listener. So maybe he is listening to the show. Yeah. I mean, just pop that up on screen, Bob. That's one of our homies out there somewhere. He definitely listens to the show. Kind of looks like a bouncer, like an old school bouncer. It's at a New York nightclub or something like that. I like the cut of his jib, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's who I want. I want you to look the part. I don't want some dainty little fuckboy running around the DOJ. Let's get some beefy dudes like that in there, Just for looks and appearances when you're out and about. And also, in case you do get popped by James O'Keefe, then you got guys like us saying, all right, dude, you look like a fucking beefy little bouncer. You little fucking meatball.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to get promoted after this. Probably not, right?
No. It's off the table, one would imagine.
Probably not great for his career, but I think it is. This is what I was talking about on the show yesterday. We need, not that he did it on purpose, but we need guys just like this dude right here, to fucking come out in public and say what they know, because the government, Trump, Bondi, Cash, all of them are trying to hide this shit.
Yeah.
And they cannot be allowed to do it. No matter what their reason for it is, even if it's just mere embarrassment or wanting to move on and focus on their accomplishments, this has to get adjudicated. And if it doesn't, then I'll never trust anything anybody does.
No, and it's just going to keep fucking going, and people are going to keep asking over and over and over again. Even in whoever that foreign guy was sitting with Trump yesterday in the White House during this, to bring it up in front of dignitary officials from other countries. Yeah, it's not going away. You think that fucking guy, whoever that was, that Croatian guy who was sitting next to Trump yesterday, is anything? He knows anything about Epstein? Probably fucking not. But he had to sit there and listen to the goddamn questions. So. Yeah, this isn't going away, and people are going to ask about it forever and ever and ever. And at this point, in my opinion, it's all too tainted. I wouldn't believe either side at this point. Let's say a Democrat got in 28, and they decided to release all the files. I don't know that I'd believe those either. And the 40,000 pages that were dropped on the internet, nobody's really said that much about them, other than how we covered it yesterday. That's kind of it.
Well, the story wasn't what was in the files. It was how many of them there were and what wasn't in them.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it's going to be. People are paying too much attention to this for you to get away with some like Friday afternoon data dump, man. It's just not going to work.
And as we've told you on the show for years, that is an old Hollywood tactic, just to drop it right after 5 p.m. on a Friday. Everybody's off work, not doing shit. They don't give a fuck about what's going on. None of the shows are, podcasts or any of that stuff are airing. Even on the weekends, the top news anchors aren't even on. Even if you take David Muir, America's most trusted news anchor, he's not on the weekends.
I think we should sue him for that.
Because it should be us?
Well, I mean, how is he quantifying that? He's making an empirical claim about the universe that applies to every other person in media and claiming it for himself.
So they did it by ratings.
That doesn't imply trust.
Apparently, that's what they're pushing. That he has the highest ratings, therefore he's the most trusted.
But he doesn't, though.
On that segment, the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah,
Jesse's at 6 or 6:30, whatever it is.
Whatever. The vast majority of people don't consume their news at 6:30.
No, but as far as those outlets are concerned,
but
it's ABC, NBC, CBS, and then Fox doesn't have one.
Their ratings are not.
Oh no, shit! Look, I agree, but I think the 5 gets higher ratings on Fox, which I like the 5. It's actually like this show. It's a bunch of dudes just hanging out, talking shit and shares. It's actually everybody who's on that nights, and they kind of force them into that show. It's pretty funny. Next up.
Wait. Tim Kaine's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Are you guys familiar with Tim Kaine? Do you remember him? Does anybody know who Tim Kaine is?
I believe he ran as VP with Hillary Clinton in 2016. Is that the same guy?
The most for no, that's Howard Dean.
God damn it.
Pia is Howard Dean.
I get old white people confused a lot.
This is Tim Kaine, and what you're about to hear is the dumbest fucking shit that I've ever. I mean, literally, the dumbest thing I've ever heard out of an American politician's mouth.
Okay.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Play the clip. I have not seen it.
Notion that rights don't come from laws and don't come from the government, but come from the creator. That's what the Iranian government believes. It's a theocratic regime that bases its rule on Shia law and targets Sunnis, Baha'is, Jews, Christians, and other religious minorities. And they do it because they believe that they understand what natural rights are from their creator. So the statement that our rights do not come from our laws or our governments is extremely troubling. The notion that...
Okay.
Whoa,
so
dude.
This Mong is saying that your rights...
don't come from the creator?
He's saying that your rights come from the government and that they are not natural. He has a Juris Doctorate from Harvard Law School.
Uh-huh.
He's been a member of the Virginia Bar since 1984. He was the governor of Virginia.
For a long time.
He was a law clerk for a U.S. Court of Appeals judge in the 11th Circuit. Should understand some constitutional law at a minimum, and should certainly have some kind of historical concept of the framing of this country. So I'm going to go through just a couple things really quickly to show you how this dude is completely unqualified to be listened to ever, but also to serve in government. I mean, this is nonsense. So this is from the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, ... You know the rest.
Yeah.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Natural rights, consent of the government, are governed, government, at the bottom, right? Okay, cool. That's not a theocratic idea, you fucking dummy. All right, preamble to the Constitution it uses the phrase promote the general welfare and then secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, which means to, so James Wilson, who signed the Constitution.
Jimmy Wilson.
Yeah, Jimmy.
To his buddies.
Yeah, but later became a Supreme Court justice at the Pennsylvania ratifying convention, signed it. Says government is not the giver of rights to the people, it is the creature of the people. It is their duty and their trust. It is instituted for their good. In the Bill of Rights, obviously, the First Amendment says that pre-existing liberties declared that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or the press and so on. That is to say the government doesn't have the power to interfere with their natural rights. Same with the second. The Ninth Amendment, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. That is to say natural rights retained by the people. James Madison, when entered his speech introducing the Bill of Rights, said, "It has been said by way of the objection to a Bill of Rights that in the United States the people retain everything which they do not in express terms give up. If this is true, the government is founded on the principle of the natural rights of the people." You can look into the Virginia Declaration of Rights in 1776, or you can a defense of the Constitution from John Adams. Rights are antecedent to all earthly government, which means they come before it.
Yeah.
Right? Rights cannot be repealed or restrained by human laws. Alexander Hamilton and the Farmer refuted 1775. The sacred rights of mankind are not to be rummaged for among old parchments or musty records. They are written as with a sunbeam in the whole volume of human nature by the hand of the divinity itself, and can never be erased or obscured by mortal power. This is the dumbest motherfucker that exists, in my opinion, today at least. Maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind, but there is a mountain, a volume of quotes, statements, official documents, etc., that our government, our entire system of government and our belief system are based on, that refute specifically what he says. And somehow this man was a cunt hair from being the vice president of the United States. Shocking that American people are that dumb to allow this motherfucker to represent them. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a person that voted for this guy ever, you should be ashamed of yourself, and even more so ashamed of yourself if you vote for him again after today.
If you look at his picture, though, Bob, pop this up one more time. I thought those were kind of circles, like drawn onto his face. Who wears their fucking glasses like that?
I mean, he's a clown. So.
That's what I'm saying. And how old is Tim Kaine now? He's got to be
67,
late 60s,
I think.
I would say.
I think he's in his, 67, I believe.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. This is why we need term limits and all that other shits. And also, we should not, there should be amendments to the Constitution. You should not be able to wear eyeglasses like that on your forehead. If you have a bozo ring like that, it looks like you've got a literal four eyes, and not in a comical sense there. I don't want to see
If this
that.
guy was cruising
I don't wanna
around
see
in
it.
1776, somebody would cover him in tar and dust him with feathers.
Maybe butt fucked him.
I don't think they did that back then.
Really?
Well, they butt fucked, just not for as a penalty.
All right. Yeah. I'm just checking, dude. I didn't know. The tar and feathers thing was fun. I didn't know if they butt fucked him after or just kind of let him go.
I don't think it would be safe.
Because
the tar's
too
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You don't want to get that in any of your holes.
No, God, that would be sticky. Imagine if it got stuck in there. Imagine if your dick got tarred in there.
Or if your butthole gets glued shut, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, you can't live after
No.
that. You've got to be able to poop.
You'll just explode, right?
Among the natural rights afforded to human beings is the right to poop.
Yeah.
Right? So, there we go.
There you go, dude. And then since you brought up Hamilton, did he rap that phrase in the play or no?
No, that would be cultural appropriation.
Okay, thank God.
I think, because he's African, and Lin-Manuel Miranda's not.
Okay, just checking, because we don't do that around here, all right? That is something we definitely do not do. That'll bring us to our first sponsor. This is something we do tonight. NFL is back tonight. MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch. Get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Every single person in America is watching this goddamn game tonight. It is the Dallas Cowboys, or girls, against the Philadelphia Eagles. Spread is +8 now for the Eagles. Over-under is 47.
It's 48.
Is it now 48? Shit. So here's what I did. I don't miss on these fake newses, man. I've been pretty fucking on fire. I took a teaser there, 7-point teaser, dropped it down to -1, took the Eagles to win, and I dropped 48 down to 41. So, and I took the over on that. I think it'll be a pretty high-scoring game. And since we're at it, there is a Friday night game as well in the NFL. It's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Chargers. It is in Brazil. So it's not being played in America here. Just to give you a quick heads up, it is Chiefs -3 on that one. I took it down 0.5 point, and it took Chiefs -2.5. Those are my locks, god damn it. And I put a lot of fucking money on this shit tonight. So
there's some pretty
better come through on my bookie.
There's some decent props on the Philly game. I don't know if they're out for the Chiefs yet, but
so I didn't do any props for the players. You talking about the players? No, I didn't do any props for the players. I just took the teams, and those are all posted. All of my bet slips are posted in Drinkin Bro Sports private Facebook group. That way you can see all of it. And yeah, if I win, I win, and I'm a goddamn champion. If not, I usually get ridiculed. But I've been pretty fucking on fire on these fake news shows. So thank God the NFL is back. It's on a normal network, Bob, right? We're not doing a fucking Amazon or any of that bullshit tonight.
I think it's NBC, but let me double check.
Thank God, dude. Thank God. I don't want to have to pull up that bullshit broadcast on Amazon Prime on my phone. Jesus, man. That would be awful. Heading down to Alabama. Got some Circle K's opening up for Hard AF Seltzer. So meeting some of the managers down there this weekend. I'm actually going to the Auburn game, by the way, not the Alabama game. Turns out we don't have one single listener who actually likes Auburn, which is pretty funny.
I mean,
I go, hey, dude, we'll stop by. And they were like, bro, that's the wrong state for this shit. We're Bama. Let's roll Tide down here. I was like, all right, understood. But we're on campus at University of Auburn and University of Alabama. So pop on by if you are an Auburn fan this weekend and say hello. I'll be walking about the stadium there. I think I'm in row LL. If you want to come and find me at the Auburn game, I'll be with my boy, young man. Jagger's coming with me. And he doesn't know that Daddy's got money on the game on mybookie.com. Load up that bank account. It's going to be a banger of an NFL year this year. Man, there's some great fucking games this weekend. And they are all bet and listed in Drinkin Bro Sports on Facebook. Just use the promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000.
Before we do the next story, there's something really funny that just kind of happened.
What happened?
Bob, go to your DMs. It didn't. I mean, just happened.
Is this live?
It was yesterday, but it was like, this is so dumb. So click through to the first one and read this woman's statement out loud, please. This is, by the way, Jennifer Bendery, who is a Huffington Post White House correspondent or some shit like that, or DC correspondent. I don't know what her actual job is.
Okay.
But she writes for the Huffington Post. And there's this picture of two dum-dums dressed like Handmaid's Tale people, and then 4 National Guard guys just kind of chilling. And then, Bob, go ahead and read that caption.
It says, a D.C. resident shared this photo she took at Union Station yesterday. Looks like a scene from The Handmaid's Tale, but no, just another day of Trump's militarization of D.C. right now.
Okay. Now, if you zoom in on that photo, go back to the other one, the original post that I sent you. Well, no, you don't have to do all this.
You can just go back to
go back to the original one. Click out of that and scroll up.
She looks familiar.
There you go. Now click that. Oh, it's her. It's a picture of her, folks.
Wait, that is her?
Yeah, so she like fucking, she did this. She had this photo taken where she's just like standing there disgusted with the National Guard, and then posted it as if it's some random DC resident. And then she wrote she like wrote tweets about it, and probably an article as well. It's like, look at how disgusted people are. What, you mean you? You fucking dummy? Holy shit. I mean, that's next level.
Dude. That's not real. That's why this is called fake news. Is that real?
Yeah.
Swear to God?
Yeah.
That's a real story?
It's so funny. I mean,
God, dude, I'm having such a hard time with what's real and what's not real anymore.
By the way,
AI and not AI.
And like literally anytime you see somebody influencer type on any social media platform, be like, people have been asking me, where do I get my shirts from? Well, here it is, and here's a link. Like, nobody asks you where you're getting your fucking shirts. Not one person asks you that.
No.
Never. Shut the fuck up. But this is like typical.
That is wild, man.
It's pretty funny.
You dress up like the headline in the article you're about to write, and then have someone else take a picture of it as evidence of your article, but it turns out you're the article. Holy shit. I feel like I'm on fucking acid right now. God damn, that's wild. That is next level shit, man. And is this going viral right now? How did you find this?
A buddy of mine sent it to me. I don't even know.
What the fuck, man? Look at this. I mean, that's wild, man. Holy shit. That'd be like me writing fucking Kitty Toucher gets exposed in Austin, Texas, and it's fucking me outside my child's school looking like this, you know? Be like, oh, fuck. What the oh, shit. So, sorry about that. What do they think? Nobody would find out about this?
I honestly don't know. It's like I just don't get it, man. I honestly I just don't understand why you would ever think that this was going to fly. Maybe she thought that if you take the picture from far enough away, maybe I don't know.
Or the whole
whatever that fucking.
It reminds me of Gidget.
What the fuck is Gidget?
It was a show. The reruns used to play when I was a kid. It was Sally Field. Well, it was Gidget, right, Bob?
No. It's the Flying Nun, also Sally Field.
But her name was Gidget, right? No. Oh, it's a different. Did I misfield myself here? I don't want to not give her credit. The Flying Nun. Then what the fuck is Gidget?
Oh, it's another Sally Field show.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I just unfielded myself, man. Fucking A. Sorry about that, Sally. I really apologize. Apologies to you and your family there. Next up, this is my favorite story of the week, by the way. Are we going to live forever? Do you want to? China's President Xi Jinping and his visiting Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin discussed life-prolonging organ transplants and immortality as they chatted before a massive military parade in Beijing on Wednesday in comments picked up by state media microphones. Historic images show President Xi shaking hands and speaking with Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Look at that powerhouse, that little trio. That's a new little axis of allies there. As they walk down a red carpet by Tiananmen Square, and scenes viewed as a challenge to President Trump and the U.S.-led global order that has prevailed for more than a century. These days, 70 years old, Xi mused in Mandarin as he walked beside Putin and Kim, according to a video aired by Chinese state broadcaster CCTV. Xi's translator conveyed the remarks to Putin, who was then heard in Russian, quoting a line from a Tang Dynasty poem. In the past, it used to be rare for somebody to be older than 70, and these days they say that at 70, one's still a child. I would never say that.
I like the fact that there's a Tang Dynasty.
Same.
Is that like a
Poo-Tang? Not sure.
Does anybody know?
Not
if you're out
sure.
there in the chat and you're a Neezer, as we affectionately call them.
Yeah, love the I got a Pooyah shirt on today, dude. By the way, there was a listener in Howell, Michigan, who had never. He brought a buddy, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, dude, I'm just wearing this shirt. I didn't know this was you."
Oh,
because he goes, he brought me here. He goes, "I've never listened to this show before," and he goes, "I just thought the shirt was cool," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And then for you, I'll give you a little bit of Pooyah.
Also, I just want to say a couple people in the recent unpleasantness have whined about, oh, you keep saying Pooyah. Why are you doing that? Because we like it. I don't give a fuck what you like.
We love it.
It's hilarious to me, and I'll set it up as many times as I want. You fucking piece of shit.
Dan writes the news. So
I think
yeah,
it's
dude.
hilarious. Anytime there's any kind of Asian-related story of any sort, I put it in, even if it's stupid, just for that. So you can all go fuck yourselves.
My enjoyment, by the way, is just beating something to death over and over again for like a half hour.
Yeah.
I love it. No, more than life itself. And I don't care.
You mean like, oh, damn, I forgot his name. Matt something, that fucking gay dude that got beat to death back in the day.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah. Beefed it.
It's the AIDS kid, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody said, Janzer in the chat, Jesse did that fucking You Reich It thing.
You Reich It for years.
Fucking 4 years, I think.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So we've got a long history of butting up against Asians a
We
little
got
bit.
3 more years left on that.
I butt up
so
against
you're
one
good.
every night, actually,
Yeah.
technically. You know what I'm saying?
So
she's back there on camera. So.
Hey. So is this real? So I saw this video, and truthfully, I didn't believe it.
No, so not only did they have that conversation, but the science is real too. I think we've talked about this before, Bob, haven't we? About the whatever this drug is. So they took 2 mice that were born in the same at the same time.
In China?
No. I don't think it was in China. I think it was
us.
I think it may have been us. Yeah.
Okay.
Matthew Shepard's here. Thanks. Yeah, I think it was us. But you can look that part up. Bob, look that up and see about that. But I think they exposed both of them to radiation and aged them to show the aging process of cellular regeneration and breakdown and whatnot over time. And then they introduced this, I don't know if it was a drug or some other kind of treatment that in one of them and not the other one, and it reversed. So they made one of them biologically older than the other one, and they gave the biologically older one some kind of drug that made it younger than the other one after that. So it reversed the aging process. We're getting pretty close.
It was Harvard.
Yeah, it was Harvard.
It was Harvard?
Yeah.
How many
I think
years?
it was like 2013, too. It was a while back.
This says it was published in 2020. And
yeah, but I think the study started in like 2013 or 2018 or something like that. Yeah, it's not new. It's not new. So this is like the science behind this is real. I think there's going to be.
How many years were the mice living then?
I don't know. I don't know what the resolution of it was. They published it after they did the finding of being able to do. I'm sure there's probably some kind of follow up on it at some point, but I've never seen it. But it's really interesting. I mean, we've talked about this before, but this is very reductive, by the way. So biologists don't come after me. But cellular mitosis, it's a stamp. You're replicating it, right? You eat protein, replicate cells, replaces old cells, or you shed old cells, replace with new cells. It's a stamp. The stamp runs out of ink, right? If you're able to find a way biologically to restamp the ink pad, then you can technically reverse the aging process, right? And the way that we consider aging to happen. So it's theoretically kind of simple. Not obviously the application of it and is very complicated and shit, but theoretically reversing the aging process would be simple. And they've started figuring it out. Like, I mean, within the last 15 years or so.
It's wild to me because do you want to live forever? Like, would you want to be 150, 200 years old?
I guess it depends, man. I mean, you would have to, like, so are you going to be able to continue? We were talking about this before the show. I wonder, we know that biology adjusts, right, with outside influence. Uh-huh. So, for example, when sperm counts go down, dicks get bigger. That's a fact, right?
Right.
And it happens within the same generation. Typically, it happens with the same generation. So I wonder if the reduction in birth rate, and this is a global thing, except for in Africa. Everywhere else, well, Africa and then a couple of Middle Eastern countries and India. Everywhere else is having a fucking birth rate crisis. China, Japan, us, all of Europe, right? I wonder if that is the result of just, I don't even know what you would say, nature knowing that we're getting close to being able to fucking stay alive a lot longer and understanding that resources are going to be slimmer. And then also, you know, we're working on going to space and becoming multiplanetary and shit. It's really interesting to think about.
Yeah, I'm looking at these guys right here. So I understand this conversation because 2 of them are, what, 70?
Yeah, I think they're both in their early 70s.
And then
Bob.
Kim Jong-un
I don't know
probably,
I don't know Xi.
He's
35.
Yeah, I was going to say he's young.
He's young, yeah.
So I understand the 2 of those guys wanting to do it. My thing is, will your bones be healthy enough? Will you be frail? And do you want to live that? Like, I personally don't. I think I'd like to see my grandkids, and then I'm good after that, I think.
I mean,
they're both 72.
Yeah, they're both 72. So it might be weird and the way that things typically work is culture changes drastically over time, but it's mostly because younger people with different interests show up. So how is culture going to change drastically once there's less people being born? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that it would. So that part I'm not so concerned about. But
cost of living, though, you'd have to plan out 150 fucking years.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing. You're thinking in terms of your 80-year life versus 150-year or 200-year life or whatever. But
yeah.
That's not how it would be. You would be, so it's not just about lifespan. It's about, I think RFK says this all the time, health span. Like, how long are you healthy and able to move around and shit like that? I think if you're if your body's repairing itself to that degree that you're able to live that long, I think you're going to be 100 years old feeling like you're 50, right? Maybe 45 even at that rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just keep working. Why would you not just keep working? What else are you going to fucking do?
I guess, shit, man.
I mean,
don't know, but do you want to work 100 years?
Well, if the population goes down a lot and we're using more automation, then people can do work that they like doing, create stuff or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I think the wildest thing to me is, again, the planning of your financial future is always important. And whether or not you have enough in retirement, enough money in retirement, and all that other stuff, if it catches up that fast, let's say this happens in the next 10 years, do you think that's likely?
If what's likely specifically?
To extend your life, like, taking treatments or stem cells or whatever
Yes.
it is to get, okay. So if that happens in the next 10 years, all those people who have planned for retirement, that number's either going to drastically change or they're going to have to keep working too forever.
Sure, yeah. I mean, so if you're, this is a data point among many. So you can either keep working or you can invest. You can take the money that you're saving for retirement and make sure it's in an appreciable asset, not currency, maybe something like real estate or Bitcoin. Which, by the way, Bitcoin. What year does it come to its full maturity?
I remember when
one of you dicks know?
Pompliano was on, he said it's in like 8 years or
No,
something.
it
It's
was
getting
like- no,
close.
no,
We
no.
have
Getting
another
close.
halving coming up, and then I think there's only one more after that. So
Yeah.
probably another 4. So within 6 to 8 years, somewhere around there.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's about what he said.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Right now, human beings don't live long enough, in my opinion. Right? Like you don't become, your brain as an adult or your brain as a man doesn't fully mature until the age of 30. You know that, right? 30. Women's 25. Men are 30. They set the fucking what do you call it? Insurance and rental car stuff at 25 based on old data where they thought everybody's 25. Turns out men 30 is when your brain stops maturing. It's a big problem in my community because dudes deploy and get a bunch of fucking head injuries while their brain's still developing. And then they get out of the military and go out into the wild and they're fucking TBI'd all to hell and back. But yeah, if your brain doesn't stop, like most animals are fully developed really young in life. We are not. 30 years out of 80.
Yeah.
That's almost halfway through life that we're fully developed before we become fully developed. So I think, if that would be more appropriate to be at least a quarter, if not only 20% or 15% through life, you should be fully developed. So our natural lifespan should probably be somewhere between 120 and 150 years, to be honest. It's hard to conceptualize because it's never been that way.
I know.
And we
it's
think
hard
in
to wrap your mind
terms.
around, yeah.
We think in terms of kids and grandkids, kids and grandkids.
And
We think
finances.
like that.
I think in terms of finances, only because when my father passed away, I remember going through his finances, and it didn't, like, he was making riskier moves, it appeared, because money was kind of running out or maybe running out, like, and you plan for a certain age that we've all been conditioned to. Of 70, I think it's 76 or 78 or whatever the average lifespan of a man is.
I think it's 80 now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, it's interesting because right now, all the time, governments are having, this has been going on for 20 years, I think. The government's been having conversations about whether they should raise the retirement age and shit like that. I think Europe did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did.
And it was
people
on,
rioted, remember?
Yeah, and it was on the table. Theirs was comically low, but
Right.
It's on the table right now to raise ours to 67, I believe. That they're talking about that now, so it's an economic issue as well. But they want people to be contributors. It's not necessarily about whether or not you can retire. You can not have a 9-to-5 job and still contribute financially. So it's like we'll see how the market develops around that. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I do too, and it's weird. It depends on what you're actually getting up to do every single day. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I thought this was AI. I thought this was fake. I'm shocked to hear this is a real story. Next up, sponsor-wise, we got our good friends over at Ketone IQ. Head on over to ketone.com/Drinkin Bros. You tell you what, man, I can use a shot of it right now. Daddy was up a little late last night. Look, I love it. I've been using it for years now at this point. I don't know how long they've been on the show, but I did not know anything about ketones before taking this. and it's just a clean shot of energy. I'll take one right now live on air. This is their new flavor. This is raspberry lemonade. I think I had the peach last week and I had the apple, but I take a shot of this right before every podcast to get going in the day, and then if I've got work or something going on later, I'll take another shot. I don't get jittery. It's not like the shit like from a gas station or anything else like that where it's like, what the fuck are these pills? Whatever Gary's taking. Is Gary back there? What are the pills that he's taking? Street Gonzo. Is he taking some weird shit from the gas station these days?
Probably, but we have had eyes on Gary. He's at the studio today.
Okay, because he was walking around trying to wean himself off something from a fucking gas station. And I like
Kratom?
this. Yeah, I think it was. I'm not kidding. But not like the cool shit. Gary, what were you trying to wean yourself off of at the gas station that fucked you all up, dude? Gare Bear, hop on up and grab a microphone here real quick.
Talking about Kratom?
I'm gonna. Is that yeah? He was sweating, walking around the studio shirtless. Not that he's always shirtless, but he is here. Grab a chair here. What were you trying to wean yourself off of? And you were freaking out.
Opioids.
Yeah, but where it was from a gas station. What the fuck was it?
No, it was tramadol.
Oh, tramadol. That
Yeah.
shit's light. That's what you were trying to wean yourself off?
Well, not when you're taking 30 of them.
Was that what you were doing?
I was taking like 10 or 12 a day.
As uppers? Was that your uppers?
No, well, tramadol weirdly gives me energy, but I was taking amphetamines and tramadol and a bunch of different oral steroids.
Good for you.
Yeah,
How the fuck are you still alive?
I don't know. Here's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, day what?
5.
Day 5. Good for you.
Yeah, do you get it? What kind of chip do you get for that? Is it fucking Ruffles?
Yeah.
It's not even a week.
Just give you a kettle chip.
New guy. New guy, dude. Fuck you.
Young Ryan, dude.
I'll take a shit on the hood of your car, dude.
Yeah, young Ryan.
Yeah, you will.
So do this instead. This is natural, and yeah, there will be a fucking hot deuce on his. I guarantee it from Gare Bear later on. Take a shot of this instead. Yeah,
All right, I'll
drink.
take
Yeah,
it. You got one over there?
I do. I'll fucking
let me
chuck
get
one to you. We'll be fucking Ketone Brothers here live on air. I don't give a shit. Boom. But yeah, man, I've got to drive tonight. Driving with the boy to some of those Circle K's in Alabama to meet the managers and all that stuff. Thank you guys for having the product. If those test stores go well, we get picked up everywhere for Circle K. So yeah, I'm gonna be driving. I'll take another shot of this. And if this flavor's good too. I'm a big fan of this raspberry lemonade flavor.
It's pretty
Gotta
good,
get you
actually.
going.
Usually these taste kind of like shit.
I know. He told us, remember? The CEO was on the show, and he goes, man, the early versions taste like rocket fuel, but it works. And I go, I know. And he
Now
goes,
they made it taste good.
yeah. And then now he's like, dude, we've been working on it. But he goes, it's hard to mash the ketones, I guess. So,
Hey, I got something to play real quick for the show.
Oh, do you? Great. As soon as I finish with this, we'll pump it up, all right? We'll pump up the jams.
Okay, yeah.
You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Go to ketone.com/Drinkin Bros to get yours today. Love these goddamn things. They come in these little shot bottles. You can also get the big bottles and pour it into a cap if you want to. All these athletes are using it. 19% increase in average power during repeated sprints.
Penis.
Yeah, average penis power. 13% peak power versus placebo. 10% less fatigue. Everybody in the Olympics, Tour de France, all the other shit is using it. And it's all backed by science. Shit, they're actually sponsoring. I didn't know that. They were sponsoring our Tour de France team this year, it says. Good for those guys, dude. Maintain focus. That's what I use it for, man. And to stay alert. Save 30% off your subscription order. Plus, you'll get a free gift with your second shipment. And fun stuff like a brand new six-pack like this, or their merch. My wife wears their sweatshirts and merch all the time. Loves them. So go to ketone.com/Drinkin Bros to get yours. That is ketone.com/Drinkin Bros. If you don't believe that we take this shit all the time, this box is empty. Brother, what do you got for us, Stu?
Well, we got asking Americans if they're prepared for a disaster.
Really? Where was this at?
This was just downtown.
Great.
Thought I'd go run down there and make a little banger.
You should do it every fucking week, Gare Bear.
Yeah.
Go ahead
It's
and
my
play
job.
It is. You get paid for it. It'd be great if you did it on a weekly basis. Instead, you were on the Blaze yesterday? I saw you. It was a good interview, by the way. I did enjoy that with Sarah Gonzalez. Go ahead and press play.
Serious question. Are you prepared to handle a natural disaster? After all the damage to the power grid that we saw in Puerto Rico and how people are living there, and the catastrophic flooding in Texas, I wanted to go ask the average American if they're prepared for a disaster. This looks like shit. If there was an emergency right now, a natural disaster, would you be prepared for it?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be prepared.
I'm scared right now.
You scared?
Yes.
I mean, what the am I gonna do? Fight weather?
I'll fight it. Honestly, probably not.
What year is this?
What year is it? 2025.
Bro.
Probably not.
I'm Mexican, so we're really, really good at swimming.
All right, I'm gonna mark you down as not prepared.
No, I
Gotta have your get out of Dodge bag for sure.
No.
Well, we're recording.
I'd stop it. I'd say nah.
It's a video right now.
Yeah. Dude, we're recording though, man.
No.
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 Yeah.
Huh?
2025.
2025? Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, we're doing interviews now, man. Thank you. We're doing an interview, man. Stop.
The only preparation that I have is a survival backpack that me and my roommate ended up getting just in case the world goes to shit.
Look, serious question. So basically, nobody's prepared. We're fucked. I want to get Dan's opinion on this because that wasn't obviously every single interview we did, but almost everybody was like, What do you mean, be prepared? I was like, what?
Wow, dude.
It's not good, man.
No, this is America. This is America.
What does that mean?
I mean, are people this fucking dumb?
I thought we were a self-reliant nation of people that govern themselves, but
We were until 1913 and then again in 1933, thanks to socialist assholes. But just there's no get out of Dodge, right? That's not a thing. You will almost certainly that you don't need a bug out bag. You need a bug in bag, right? Almost certainly you're going to be sheltering at your home. So none of this shit is super complicated. You need the things you need to live are water and food in that order, by the way. Water, then food, because you'll die quicker without water. But you need water and food in that order. You need shelter, energy, and hygiene. Those are the things. Hygiene to include like medicine and shit like that. Those are the things you need to survive. If I were you, I would learn about how to have food that you can make it yourself, like pemmican or something like that, or you can buy stuff that's less good for you. But plenty of guns and ammo just in case, because no matter what you have, it doesn't matter if I can come take it from you, obviously, which is a good idea for you to form a group of people that you can fall back on into one specific location and defend it. You can get the best antibiotic you're going to get is what's the one?
Ivermectin?
No. Ivermectin's good though. You should have ivermectin.
I take it every day.
But it's the one that starts with an A.
Just in case.
What?
Amphetamines.
Huh?
Augmented.
Yeah, augmentin. So you can get fish versions of it.
Okay.
You can over the counter. You can buy it on the internet. You can buy fish antibiotics, and it's the same exact thing as the human version of it. It's just a lower dose. So you just got to buy a shitload of it, right? Amoxicillin. That's the one I was thinking of. Well, good job. But you need stuff like that. You'll be fine. Learn how to get good water. How to do filtration systems. I mean, you can burn wood, crush up the coal, and pour water through it and get most stuff out of water, even if it's dirty, right? Maybe if you're in an area that's where you actually get rain, you can learn how to dig what's called a ground swale. That's SWALE, and it's kind of like a little hole, kind of a horizontal hole into the ground where rain will roll down into it, and the dirt helps to filtrate it and shit like that. There's all kinds of things that you can do, but you're not going to be bugging out to the fucking woods. That's not a thing, right?
Well,
no. Don't worry about tents and sleeping bags and shit like that. Worry about how to stay warm and dry, fed, watered, and hygienic, clean. Those are the things you should be worried about.
Let me throw out a hypothetical scenario. What if you're at a Taco Bell and the bathroom's broken? What do you do then?
You stand on top of the toilet seat.
Okay.
And then you lean forward.
And
then
you
just spray the wall.
Let it go?
Yep, you spray the wall.
I like that.
I mean, obviously, my solution would be to go take a shit on the fence of a middle school.
Man, that's the video that got you taken down. Somebody got your Instagram account back, though, right? For doing that? Okay.
Made a call to a guy that knows a guy that called a guy.
Look at you, dude.
It was me.
Yeah, it was Dan.
But
Dan was the guy.
I don't know anybody. I mean, I really don't. It was our
magically Gary's account just turned back on. Right
Yeah. I'm connected. Hey, I do want to plug real quick Sarah's show. I went and did Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered up in Dallas.
Yep.
They the first day we went up there, talked about. I gave an overview of some cloud seeding stuff. I actually did a deep dive in it, and I didn't go conspiratorial with it. I just hit the facts that they've been. The U.S. has been researching cloud seeding since the 40s, and it was more or less.
Actually, do you want to show that clip real quick? Because I love that show. I watched it yesterday.
It was interesting, right?
Pop it up. Yes, it was,
I did
it was great.
deep dive.
It was great. Yeah, play this clip. Cloud seeding, because a lot of people have asked us to talk about it and do a full show on it.
Yeah. By the way, cloud seeding is not pounding off into the cloud.
No.
It's a completely different process.
You do not put your penis inside of a
the
cloud.
The only sexual thing connected to cloud seeding is when you come in a woman's hair.
What's that got to do with clouds, though?
They look like clouds.
Okay.
Like cum droplets.
I mean,
Yeah.
what? Oh, you mean the cum? So what is it again? What does that have to do with
crass
hair?
for this show. We're a family show.
Hey, listen,
I don't
man.
know if that's true.
This is for families.
Ryan, what are you shaking your fucking head about? You just got here.
Shut the fuck up.
Everybody's huddled around the TV right now with their kids watching this show.
How could Gary say such a thing?
No one's ever said that.
How could the guy who's 5 days sober say
That guy was
something like that?
puked on my patio last night.
Yeah, he fucking pissed all over a cop car.
Wait, you puked on someone's patio last night?
No, it wasn't last night. It was
2 nights ago.
2 nights
Sorry,
ago,
my
yeah.
bad. Sorry.
I threw up. I got a guy living in my attic. Did I tell you about this, Dan?
Oh, did you?
No,
Frank,
Jared.
dude?
Jared told me about it today, and he said, and also Gary's got somebody living at his house, and he doesn't know his name. And I said, under usual circumstances, I wouldn't believe that story, but in this case, I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy up there selling life insurance in my attic.
To who? The fucking hobbits that live in your fucking attic? What are you talking about?
Dude, he set up an office. He's selling life insurance policies left and right. I hear him all day.
Are you getting
Hey,
a cut
man,
on
let me-
Are you getting like 5% of each policy, or how's that work?
I would ask for a cut.
Yeah,
I'm
you
charging
should.
him rent.
Oh, I see.
smart.
Well, that's fair.
Smart.
But he's
Yeah.
also running a business out of your home, which probably I think we should report you actually, because that's not legal in most neighborhoods.
That's not a write-off, dude. That's not a write-off.
Yeah.
For you and Frank in it, dude. You got some guy all franked up there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He moved in when I was out of town. He just showed up.
Door was unlocked.
Yeah, that's
in my house.
That's
dude.
called a burglar.
It sure is, dude.
Well, it's all good because he's a good guy and he's paying rent. But I did the other day tell him, I was like, hey man, I'm really going through opioid withdrawal. And as I told him that, I threw up all over the sink.
Oh God.
And the dishes, and he just goes, dude, that's gross. Can you do the dishes? And I was like, dude, you're not paying very much rent, so I think you should do it. I just
You pull the hose out, the water hose, and you're like, here you go.
I'm a scumbag. But yeah, let's watch this clip about cloud seeding.
Yeah.
1967, 1972, there was a top secret operation called Operation Popeye. They were using cloud seeding in Vietnam and successfully flooded the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Journalists from the New York Times exposed this, and the defense secretary, he denied it. He said, oh, those are just wild tales. It was undeniable that it was happening. So there was a convention at the UN, 1977, and they banned weather modification. You don't ban something unless you can actually do it, and you're not going to ban it unless it has been misused or has the ability to be misused.
Right.
So it is possible. It has been done, and they did lie about it.
So make of that what you will.
Between 19...
Why does she keep saying like that? Sarah, you're a white woman. We all know it. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing cloud seeding for a very long time. It's not new. It just kind of pops up in the media every now and again. I don't know that it's like that damaging necessarily.
So this
right?
is, I want to clarify two things.
Like, we're not introducing some foreign chemical into the air or to do it. Isn't it just like
Silver iodide.
Yeah, it's like it's something that exists in nature already. It's just kind of weird.
So when I said it was banned, when weather modification was banned, I didn't clarify it was banned as a weapon of war.
Yeah.
So
because we did it in Vietnam, yeah.
Right. And the other thing I want to clarify is there have been some discrepancies about how successful Operation Popeye actually was. But in my opinion, it was successful enough to warrant a UN convention to ban it as a weapon of war. So I consider that a success.
I thought Operation Popeye was when Dan Crenshaw lost his eye.
Hold on, dude. You're going to get us a cease and desist.
No, that's.
I thought it was when Robin Williams.
I said I thought. I didn't know for sure.
Is this one going to come to me?
Too soon? Too soon for Robin Williams?
No, he's been dead for years. Also, Popeye. I've never told this or shared this opinion before, but I think. Do you remember how your grandma or somebody used to tell you, it was just like old wives' tale, that if you pound off, you're going to go blind?
Mm-hmm.
I think Popeye is the proof. He's got giant fucking forearms, both of them, by the way, and he can't see shit.
Very true.
You ever thought about that?
And
what do his palms look like?
They're fucking massive,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, no, I mean, the palms are hairy.
Yeah.
Is the story. I don't know where people got that from. Why would your palms get hairy if you were pounding off?
And I bet he had some kratom in that corncob pipe of his, and he's just smoking a little.
Well, if he was hanging out with any kind of Chinaman, that would have been an
Oh, that's right, Ope Dog, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Shit, dude. Popeye partied, man. Man, make that version of it.
Hey, dude.
Make a dark Popeye.
Brings
I
a whole
think
new
they might
meaning to
have.
cloud seeding.
Bob, look that up. I think they might have, dude. I think the rights reverted back to public domain. Did somebody make a fucked up dark Popeye where he's a
Somebody
killer?
did, yeah.
We showed the trailer on our
That's
PR.
right, dude.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
A couple months.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Popeye. Who knew?
Who knew?
All right,
Yeah.
Gear Bear. Well, you take care of yourself,
Well,
all right?
all right.
And keep
Hey.
making interviews for us, okay?
I
Just your
will.
job. Just your job on a weekly basis, all right? We love
Fun
you.
documentary.
Oh, when is that coming out? Do I need to ask?
It's going to be... Dude, I don't think I've ever missed so many deadlines in my life. It was a difficult thing to write, to be honest.
I
There's
understand
a lot
that
of
it
dead
was.
kids.
Yeah.
A lot of dead kids, Ross. So I have an excuse.
And your editor's in Europe, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's not at my house. He's not in the attic. That's a different guy.
Well,
I've been referring to him as Jacobian, the attic dweller.
okay. Look, I just call him Frank, but that's me. Just go with Frank.
Yeah,
I always pictured the dad's name was Frank. Frank.
I don't
Frank
think
squared.
that doesn't sound right.
Frank is fine.
Maybe Franz Frank.
I like
All
Frank.
right, I'm going to get back to it.
Yeah, you do, Gare Bear.
Get back to it. You mean how you were eating a fucking first floor meat stick on the couch?
That's all you were doing,
Gary,
back
that's
there.
what you were doing right before this. Don't act like
All
you
you
were
were
back
doing.
there working in the fucking coal mines or something.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hell of a thing for you to
Fucking Oliver Anthony back there,
I've
dude.
been working real hard.
Yeah, working real hard.
Still
I'm coming
withdrawals.
all day. Bullshit pay. Gotta. Fucking a young Oliver Anthony. You
His
dumb
new
son
song
of a
is good.
bitch.
Have you heard it?
He's
The one
great.
where
I
his
love him, by the way.
ex-wife is a piece of shit
Love
or
him.
whatever.
Yeah, dude, how about you
I
slander
actually
more
love his
hardworking
music.
Americans?
I love his fucking music, bro.
You son of a bitch.
All right? We got another guy coming on next week who's one of my faves right now. And I don't want to announce it because I always get nervous. These people will die in a plane crash and not show up. So
It's
I'm gonna
Kanye
say
West.
it's- Yeah, oh, God. Could you imagine? We do a live version of Heil Hitler on this show. His hit song, some say it's the song of the summer. I'm not one of those people, but there's a lot of people out there.
I was talking to some of our musician friends last night. I think somebody should cover it. Not the lyrics. not the lyrics, but the song is dope. Do like a metal version of that of the track.
Yeah.
Just
But also
maybe do some other
lyrics,
lyrics.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lyrics, too. You know?
All right, I'm going to get back to work, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
proud
for
of you.
having me.
Absolutely.
Hey, new guy, fuck you, dude.
There
Fuck you
go.
too, Gary.
There you go. Next up, Malcolm Gladwell comes clean. Author Malcolm Gladwell, who's on the show years ago. I don't know. How long was that ago? 5 years ago, maybe?
I think it was 21.
I really enjoyed that guy
Yeah,
when he
it's
was
awesome.
here. Admitted he was cowed into silence on the issue of biological men competing in women's sports, sharing his regret during a podcast earlier this week. Gladwell is obviously the best-selling author of books, including Outliers. Spoke Tuesday on the Real Science of Sport podcast, where he reflected on his role in a 2022 MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference panel about transgender participation in women's sports. He admitted he did not speak his mind at the time. Gladwell said that if such a panel were held today, now that's what he would call the time of peak trans ideology. I like that. I like that phrase, actually. It would be, I suspect, near unanimous in the room that trans athletes have no place in the female category. I don't think that there's any question. The reason I'm ashamed of my performance on that panel is because I share your position 100%, he told co-host Ross Tucker, who was on the 2022 panel. As I was cowed, I've never heard the phrase cowed before. As I was cowed at the idea of saying anything on this issue, Gladwell called a striking moment when a fellow panelist, Joanna Harper, a transgender athlete and researcher, said, I would say that it's, if we let trans women compete in women's sports, then we have to let them win. Not win disproportionately, but win at least some of the time. I have not heard that statement until today, actually.
Well, just here's the thing, you know. By the way, Ross Tucker, the guy he was talking to, is Princeton grad, former O lineman from the 49ers.
I was going to say, his name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think he was on their last. When did they win the Super Bowl last?
They haven't since '95.
Oh, it was 90. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
He was on the last really deep playoff run they made.
They've been to the Super Bowl twice.
They lost to the Eagles.
I think he was on that team.
Or, I'm sorry,
they lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's 46. So I think he was on. I think he was on that team. But anyways, yeah, just so you know who he is. But it's so it was. They were on a panel together back in the day in 22, MIT Sloan Sports Analytics, where they were discussing all sorts of shit that obviously came up because it was, as he said, peak trans ideology. But anyways, just play the fucking video. Let's hear from Malcolm himself.
And that's Malcolm in the middle right there, by the way.
If we did a replay of that exact panel at the Sloan Conference this coming March, it runs in exactly the opposite direction. And it would be, I suspect, near unanimity in the room that trans athletes have no place in the female category. I don't think there's any question. I just think it was a strange. I was. The reason I'm ashamed of my performance at that panel because I share your position 100%, and I was cowed. The idea of saying anything on this issue, I was I believe in retrospect, in a dishonest way. I was objective in a dishonest way. If we did a replay of that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes just keep listening to people, and I don't mean him. I think had more people really fleshed out rather what these mongoloids were actually saying out loud. You could see it in the later part of that speech from Joanna Harper, who's a fucking lunatic, trans person. So lunatic is obvious, right? That's not a real thing. People are mentally unwell. I would say that if we let trans, as you said, I'm just going to repeat it for the point. I would say that if we let trans women compete in women's sports, then we have to let them win, not win disproportionately, but win at least some of the time. That is Marxism. It's communist nonsense, right? Just keep listening for one more beat and be like, was that in the Communist Manifesto? It sure was. And you can dismiss that idea forever. All these people, there's a lot of people on the right now. People that I don't know who any of these people are. I've seen them pop up here and there, but I've never followed any of their work before. I think one of them's name is Carl Benjamin. I saw him getting into it with my buddy not too long ago, but it was something about there's actually some good stuff in the fucking Communist Manifesto. Nope. No, sir.
Yeah.
There is not. That is communist nonsense to even say that. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, this is this is good. I think this is good. We see whatever the Overton window is changing a little bit. He goes on to kind of clarify, in his view, has gone beyond seeking acceptance into seeking dominance, which is what everybody has said for a while now, right? He says what the trans movement is not asking for, they're not asking for, a place at the table. They're not asking to be treated with respect and dignity. What they're asking is for no one to question the considerable physiological advantage they bring to the sport, and no one to question if they're going to win these races by 5 seconds. Just suck it up. this was never really an argument about sports. This was much larger argument about a political argument, a cultural argument, and I think that those cultural winds have clearly shifted. I think in retrospect, we will look back on the COVID period as a period of profound cultural destabilization. I think we all went crazy. And he goes on to say that it wasn't necessarily like we were considering this group of people who are trying to invade women's spaces, and instead of considering the victims of that crime, which are the families that have little girls who are trying to actually live their lives in spaces that don't include men. I think a couple of things. He said that what really defeated the argument for transgender participation in women's sports was not the high-profile cases of elite athletes, but rather the parents of daughters grappling with these scenarios in their own lives, like watching some grown man whack his dick around in front of them and shit like that. So I think, we've had Malcolm on the show before, as you mentioned. I found him to be a pretty reasonable and smart guy. I think if you read through his volumes of work, pretty reasonable and smart guy.
I read, I think 4 of his books in total. I remember the first time I read Outliers, I couldn't put it down, and I stayed up all fucking night.
I'm
not kidding.
Yeah, it's a good book.
It was one of those that's, for me, if I really, really love something, I get obsessed with it, and I'll just stay up all night. Kind of like the first time I watched The Wire season 1. Like I just watched fucking 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
And same with Malcolm's work. And I also think that people should be allowed to change, and you should be able to accept these people for changing and having the wrong stance in something and then going back on it and changing. Otherwise, we're all just kind of assholes if you're going to stay in a belief just to do it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I think, we can learn a few lessons from this. No matter how smart someone is or how thoughtful, they and we as well are all susceptible to influence. And it comes in a lot of different forms. Sometimes it is being cowed or intimidated socially, what we've referred to in the past as manufacturing consent. Sometimes it's just wanting to go along to get along, to not ruffle feathers, or maybe you got convinced by a bad argument. Maybe your fear or hate allowed you to believe something that wasn't necessarily true. There's all sorts of things that can happen there. And it happens to everyone, myself included, which is why it's so important, especially, if you have any kind of influence, to have courage and get good information, right?
Yeah.
Even challenge your own assumptions about things. It's never too late to admit you're wrong and change course, especially when you are an influential person. I think people love a fucking comeback story in general, right? But also, it's important when an influential person says, you know what, I fucked up, and here's how I'm going to make it right. It gives permission for people who have been hiding that from themselves to look at themselves and be like, you know what, I fucked up too, so I'm going to do the right thing now. For example, it's a message to all the people that have said and believed stupid shit, propagated to others, or folks like recently has been controversial, misrepresenting their military service, like Tim Kennedy and Shrek McPhee, who had his long tab stripped and all this other stuff and has been talking shit for years. Like, come clean.
Is that true?
Yes. Come clean, admit you were wrong. People appreciate that sort of thing. You have a responsibility to do it. And I'll tell you on the other side of it, people have nothing but contempt, as you mentioned before, for those who just double down on their own idiocy.
Right.
And lean into it. You will only receive contempt for the rest of your life if you do that shit.
I agree. And somebody tagged me in the John McPhee. I didn't know if it was true. I thought I'd ask you. But also, to reiterate, we have asked him to come on the show. And if he wants to have an honest conversation, all that other shit, like we were friends outside of all the other stuff that's happened to him. Would welcome that conversation. Same with John. I love when John was on the show. Love to have a conversation with him about what was real and what was not real.
Well, John did plenty of real shit. What he didn't do was finish his career honorably.
Gotcha.
Right? And it wasn't necessarily about his military service.
Okay.
But you can go find that out elsewhere, and we're not going to get into that.
No, and that's fine. But I'll put it on myself as well, where take sponsors, especially in this transgender issue. We lost one over the Leah Thomas episode. It was about Riley Gaines. They called us afterwards, and they were like, hey, we were not happy with your fucking trans response to this and, trans and swimming or whatever. And it was an advertiser for a long time. It was a sponsor that I really liked. And I said, sorry, we believe in that. And, thanks for the time and thoughts and prayers and all that shit, and go with God. Don't fucking care. Now, there was notes that another company gave us recently that I thought were correct. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And so I agree with you, and I will stand by you in this. And, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking people's notes or considerations or whatever into your own lives and changing. And I think you should welcome that, because if you don't, again, you'll just be a fucking asshole forever. If we're not always changing or trying to get better as people and have conversations about things, then what the fuck is all of this about? Life, I mean. So, it's cool to hear. And I liked him when he was on the show. I don't know him in real life.
I did too, yeah. He was great. We talked about a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
Some controversial, some not. Talked about the way that human beings absorb and process information. It was a really good show. You can go back and watch it now. I think it's still relevant to this day.
It is.
All of his work, any of his books are relevant to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm glad for Malcolm. I bet this is a huge weight off of his chest to actually say that shit out loud, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't mind seeing things like this, and I don't mind seeing people change. We should all change, hopefully, in the end. So, good on him. I was unaware that he popped up and said this week, to be honest with you. That'll lead us into our next sponsor here. If you're thinking about potentially becoming trans, or just want to test out a dick beforehand in your butt to see what it's like, is there a better company to do that than AdamandEve.com? Bob, what do we got here on tap from Adam and Eve? What are you, your wife, and your bull looking at here on AdamandEve.com? Promo code Drinkin Bro is going to get you 50% off one item and rush shipping to your house, for Christ's sakes. What do you got, Bob?
Fall is kind of a formal season for me, and for that, I like the Dapper Dick Thong.
No,
it really dresses you up.
Is that a tuxedo for your penis and your balls?
It's a penis tuxedo.
Okay,
with tails, so it's fancy.
Yeah, that is nice. You could wear that to a wedding or an inauguration. Perhaps a funeral.
I feel like if you zoom in on just the picture of that we can probably get away with this.
No, we could post this.
Oh, you can post this. This is.
It's just a guy.
There's nobody wearing it. Yeah, there's nobody wearing it. So you're good.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know what the it's for the balls, right? So you could go. I don't know if
if you take it off screen, I'll show you the animation of what it's supposed to look like.
Sure. Are you wearing it now?
I'm not. No, come on. This isn't a formal occasion.
Well, it is.
I like how there's a little bow tie above the cock.
So do I.
Yeah.
That's nice. It looks like a cufflink.
It's almost like an upside down tuxedo.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful animation there by AdamandEve.com.
I may have to purchase one of these.
Yeah.
I think it's great for anything. Fall weddings, New Year's.
Sure.
Well, we're going to Disney pretty soon. So I don't know if that's relevant or not.
I think it's pretty fitting for like a Beauty and the Beast setting. You know what I mean?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Halloween season there when I go.
Yes. So,
hey,
it's perfect.
Not only am I dressed up.
Yep. So is my penis.
Yeah. Penises as well.
Oh, the promo code is drinking on this one. They changed it. Drinking. DRINKING at AdamandEve.com. 50% off one item. This is the Cheesecake Factory of sex stores. They got everything over there.
Joe Newell says when you're meeting mom and dad. So if you're taking your special lady out to dinner and meeting her parents for the first time, you don't want to, like, what happens? You trip, fall, your pants come down, and you've got a bear cock, and it doesn't have a fucking tuxedo on it.
No.
You fucking loser.
Gotta dress up. Bob, is there any reviews on this product, by the way?
Let me check the reviews here.
I know there's always reviews on products.
I actually don't know if there's, I think this is new. I'm not sure there's reviews on this, actually.
Wow. All right. So you can be the first one to review this. Yeah. So what's it called again?
This is the always at your service Dapper Dick Thong.
Dick Thong. Yeah. Okay, great.
Also, if you're getting ready to propose.
Oh. Excellent.
I'm telling you, you get down on one knee and pull out a ring, and she looks like she's not going to say yes. Show her that.
Then it's going to be
game over. Not only is she going to say yes, she's going to take her clothes off as well.
Yeah. And all these packages will be. Come on.
I don't know if I would say
that
packages.
looks like BJ Penn. Are we allowed to show that, Bob, on screen?
I wouldn't recommend.
There's no wiener, but whatever. We'll just keep it off.
Yeah, we'll keep it off. But that looks like BJ Penn in that thing. And if it is, congratulations to him for doing it. Don't wait. Better sex is just a click away. That's 50% off one item. Free shipping and free rush shipping at adamandeve.com. Just enter the promo code DRINKING at checkout. That is drinking, DRINKING at adamandeve.com. This is exclusive offer specific to this podcast. No shit. I don't know if that was necessary to put in the copy. So use that promo code DRINKING to get your discount. 100% free shipping and get it fast with rush processing. Code DRINKING. And it comes in a discreet box so nobody will know. Like your kids won't know that you got a little tiny tuxedo for your dick that's sent to your house while your kids are in the other room playing Mario Kart, you know? What's dad doing over there? Nothing. He got something in the mail. Don't worry about it. Why is he taking it into the bathroom? I said don't worry about it. I think we're good there. Holy shit. By the way, they crush on this show, Adam and Eve. Mm-hmm. We have listeners. There's one. I wish we could meet the couple. And if you want to say it, like send it in for Drinkin Bro of the Week, and we'll say who it is. There is a couple that averages like $1,000 or $2,000 a month on sex toys from Adam and Eve.
I'm guessing they have a subscriber channel somewhere you could probably find.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, nobody spending that money for fun.
Fuck. I understand.
So
it's like production.
Yeah. I mean, that's a write-off.
It sure is, yeah.
So
no, it really is.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. God damn, that's hilarious. That's a nice one, Bob. That stunned me today. It's not often that I really get stunned, but that was a beautiful little dick thong tuxedo.
Well, we're entering. It's like the holiday season is soon.
Yeah, it is.
Right, and if you're again New Year's, whatever,
stocking stuffer, if you will, nailed it. Next up, no guns for trans in the wake of the Minneapolis Catholic Church shooting. Senior Justice Department officials are weighing proposals to limit transgender people's right to possess firearms.
Oh, wait, this is a CNN article.
Officials. Is it really?
Their right to possess firearms. CNN is saying that we have a right to that?
Apparently, they're allowing you.
Shit. All right, keep going.
CNN's all right with it.
Keep going.
The talks, described as preliminary in nature, appear to build off of an idea that has gained some currency in conservative media since the Minneapolis shooting that killed 2 children and injured 21. Most of them, obviously children, at that Catholic church. An attack that police say was carried out by a 23-year-old transgender woman. Now, this is the same CNN, by the way, that was live on air and stopped a conversation with a guest on it and demanded that they correct and call her she.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that.
The dude, she.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't know who. It might have been the Jennings guy.
Not participating in that. But yeah, so Trump has issued a series of executive orders on the topic, including barring trans people from the military and other ordering federal prisons to move them to the appropriate place. Fine. That's all fine. They're mentally ill, so I'm fine with that. The idea of restricting gun rights has long been a red line for conservatives. We're primarily against that, mostly, almost always, including stupid shit like red flag laws, which Trump has supported in the past, and other policies aimed at keeping guns away from people. The Justice Department leadership is seriously considering whether it can use its rulemaking authority to follow on to Trump's determination to bar military service by trans people and declare that people who are transgender are mentally ill and can lose their Second Amendment right to possess firearms, according to one justice official. Now, whether you agree with this or not, and TBD on all that, but whether you agree or not, this is not the right way to go about it. I mean, there's a more appropriate legal path for the Trump administration should they choose to pursue this. Gender dysphoria is already a mental disorder in the DSM-5. Apply the goddamn law as it's written. There's no need to make further rules, regulations, or laws. 18 U.S.C. Section 922 Gulf 4, G4, asks the question or demands that you ask a question for purchase of a firearm. Have you ever been adjudicated as a mental defective, or have you ever been committed to a mental institution? Right? Adjudicate them as mentally defective and let the law do its thing. Because somebody who is under the belief that they are a different gender than what they are, they're mentally ill by definition. So I don't know why we're even talking about doing anything other than what's already on the books regarding law. People who think they're another gender are mentally ill. Now, you can debate whether or not you think the government should be in charge of determining who does and doesn't get guns. Fair enough. I'm with that debate. I think it should be. I think it should be only under extreme circumstances. I don't like the idea of collectivist application of laws because a couple of trans people fucking murdered somebody. We're just going to take anybody's guns away because of that. You can't. If you can show me some kind of fucking causal relationship between the condition itself and the inability to not murder people, then we can have a conversation. But until then, there's just this is to me a non-starter. I mean, I just don't understand. The right falls into this collectivist trap just as often as the left. They just call it something else. You know what I mean? It's nonsense. Trans people are mentally ill. There's no question about that. Also in the DSM-5 is ADHD. You take their guns, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna analyze all the mass shootings and be like, oh, all these people were on Adderall, so nobody that's ever taken Adderall can have a gun again? And then where does it fucking end? Sorry, I'm not with that shit.
Yeah, and Bob, if you could pull up the picture I just DM'd you on Twitter right now and pop it up on screen. So Dan and I were out of town shooting a live show in Michigan, which will air on Friday, tomorrow, live on YouTube and all that other stuff. So we were in air and then on air for this. As this happened last week, a lot of people asked us to comment on it. So show the picture of this dude. Go back real quick. This was the guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is incumbent upon, and I'm not saying that we should hold gun manufacturers or retail sellers accountable for what stupid assholes do when they use their constitutionally guaranteed right to purchase a firearm or they get it from somebody else. However, if that dude right there walks into my fucking shop asking for a gun, I'm going to tell him to turn around and get the fuck out. I talk to Cargill all the time, by the way.
James Cargill?
No, Michael.
Oh, Michael Cargill.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, he's you may remember him. He's been on the show before.
Love that guy.
Body slammed the fuck out of some dude that tried to stab him.
Gary works with him for a while.
For a long time, yeah. He's all the time. He fucking, some shady looking dude comes in trying to buy a gun. He's like, no, you got to go. Yeah. He just straight up tells him, nope, get the fuck out. And that's not a foolproof system, but it is your right as a seller to tell them to get the fuck out. You don't have to sell shit to anybody you don't want to. You as a retail salesperson don't have to acknowledge the right of somebody to buy a firearm from you. That's not a thing. And I'm not trying to dump this all on them. I'm just saying I personally would not sell a gun to this person at all, right? So this is the point of that, is that the government shouldn't be involved in any of this stuff. The government doesn't grant rights or monitor rights for people. Rights exist naturally, even though Tim Kaine doesn't know that that's a fucking thing. It is a thing. So we have to get back to taking care of, this is the same shit I'm always talking about. If the government shows up and nobody's got their hand out, they have no power there, right? Solve problems. Do your fucking part. Pay attention. Don't let assholes like this near your fucking guns. Don't let them buy guns from you. That's our job as a community, to handle that problem. It is not our job to look at one fucking dipshit like this and say, you know what, anybody that looks or thinks like them, no, you're out, right? You just got to go. And it's one thing if somebody's like fucking violently schizophrenic, but that's not the truth about trans people. They're mentally ill for sure. That is a mental illness. But so is according to the DSM, so is ADD, ADHD, so on and so forth. And we're just not going down that road where the government is going to take some book written by fucking gay psychiatrists, like loser fucking soft hand people, and be like, oh, well, these fucking nerds over here are going to get to decide who gets to defend themselves. Fuck you. We're not doing that.
Did he buy the guns?
No idea. I'm just saying.
Because I think the mom or the, I mean, look.
That's what I think too, Bob. I heard the same
he's
story.
23. Clearly doesn't seem to be super gainfully employed or anything. A lot expensive weapons, a lot of weapons, right?
The
I mean,
story,
just looking at it.
Go to the next picture, Bob, that I sent you.
And a lot of ammo, too.
Yeah, click the arrow. I think he either stole them from his parents or like
they bought
something.
them.
Yeah.
That's I'm
What
not.
does it say?
I'm not-
Killed Donald Trump?
Yeah, there's all sorts of stupid shit on there. He references what's that? The Parkland shooter.
No, it was the Sandy Hook.
Oh, Sandy Hook. That's
okay.
right. Yeah, the Sandy Hook shooter. All sorts
With
of
the
stuff
worst
on
part
there.
of that whole shooting. My first thought was he's so young and is mentally unwell enough that he probably doesn't have like a great job or any job, that like this was like the parents bought it and gave it to him. And because he was in shooting clubs, he was learning how to shoot. He was in gun clubs.
Yeah, and it's again, so your safetyist brain may look at that and say, well, if somebody's not, because the VA tried to do this a couple of years ago. If you're not gainfully employed or you're on certain types of disabilities or something like that, the VA tried to create this rule under Biden that said if you weren't able to do that stuff, then you're technically not capable of handling your own affairs, which would adjudicate you as mentally defective under 18 U.S.C. 922G4, right? That's nonsense. Just because you're fucking injured or something like that, or you're not able to fucking do certain types of work, or you're going through some kind of period of stress or something like that. Anytime, the government should not be involved in any of this stuff, right? We need armed posses. And when you see a guy like this walking around with a gun, somebody just blows his fucking brains out of the back of his head.
Yeah.
Take care of that problem, Ricky Tick. As a matter of fact, his parents should have been in charge of that.
We were midair during this, so I did not get to see the coverage during it. It was like a 3.5 hour flight to Detroit or whatever it was. So I truthfully caught this story late. Now, to your point about this bill or whatever they want to pass or what they're thinking about, trying to do about
They're not
this.
going to be able to pass any sort of bill.
I don't think so either, but there is a picture, Bob, that I just sent you on Twitter that has been circulating for the last week, ever since this happened, of trans shooters. And it's this one right here. And it says the last 12 trans shooters, and it's this photo right here that you see on screen. So this has been going viral and everywhere, and that's kind of where this started, and everybody's been talking about it and all that other shit. Is there a correlation? I don't know. I mean, that's the question I would ask for you.
I think
guess.
there's a correlation between the media, et cetera, constantly telling people that everyone is going to kill them, and then deciding, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to kill you first. Yeah, there's a correlation with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I don't.
Fucking course there is. Like if you gaslight the fuck out of somebody so much like that and tell them constantly that somebody's going to come fucking kill them. But it's the same thing. I've talked about this before. It's no different than gangs or fucking terrorists. Members of and follow my logic here for just a moment. Members of gang culture have been wrongly convinced that there is no hope for them inside of our system, right? They cannot survive and thrive in the white man's world or in the carpetbaggers world, the Yankees world, if you're in Appalachia or whatever it is, right? There's gangsters all over the place. So not only are they encouraged by that idea to exit society and then, by necessity prey upon it because that's where the resources are, they see themselves in some sort of war for their families, for their existence, which makes them feel justified and morally righteous to commit violent acts in defense of such. Okay, they may delude themselves into thinking that the other people involved in it are soldiers. Like right-wing Christians are out there and they're going to fucking get me. So they're fucking soldiers on the opposite side of the world, and that makes them free game, right? That's all in the game, is what the gangster would say. It is no different than the terrorist who feels hopeless and gives himself violently over to some fucking cause or ideology. It's no different from the neckbeard mass shooter that you see here. Most of these people are neckbeard mass shooters who are incels. They see no hope in life. They think they're under constant threat from civil society, so they have to fight back against it. The only thing that's really dissimilar is what they consider to be currency that they're trying to fight for, that resource that they're fighting for. For the gangster, it's money. For the terrorist, it's their faith and identity. And for the trans person, it's usually recognition or to fight back against some perceived oppression. It's literally the exact same archetype. And until we go way upstream and solve for that, until you convince people like this, and not just convince them, but stop trying to convince them of the opposite, that there is hope, that they do have a place in society, that it's fine. Calm the fuck down, get a job, buy yourself a fucking Happy Meal, and shut the fuck up, right? I mean, literally, you grow up in the fucking inner city, dude, there's so many examples of people who grew up there who are now wildly successful. Our friend Remy Adelicki and his brother both fucking grew up in shitholes, were into some nasty shit. Remy fucking joins the Navy, he's a SEAL, now he's a goddamn star in a lot of ways, right?
He's right, every fucking TV show there is.
Writing his own stuff now. There is a pathway out, and that needs to be communicated ad nauseum to that group of people, so that they stop creating parallel economies, so they stop disrespecting civil and just society and participate in it and add their contribution to it. Instead, what we have is a media who constantly tells them that they're the victim, that white people are coming to get them, that Christians are coming to get them, that fucking society's not for them, that the economy doesn't respect them, and blah, 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 and this is the fucking result. It's the same thing with terrorists, with mass shooters, and with fucking gang members. Literally the same thing. And until we adjust the way, instead of trying to go into these places and coddle these people and tell them this, that, or the other thing, until we go upstream and educate them on what their actual opportunities are, that people don't hate them, right? Then we're going to continue getting this, and it'll never fucking stop.
No, and to piggyback off of what you just said, the other thing that I've seen all week on Twitter, a lot of fucking videos from the black community in particular, is in regards to Washington, D.C. And they're just videoing what the streets actually look like in Washington, D.C. since the National Guard came in, and they were like, man, I didn't vote for fucking Trump, but I love this shit. This is the safest I've ever felt. This is the cleanest I've ever seen it. And me too. Like, I've seen some of those videos, and I'm like, holy shit. And, you know, it happened here in Austin for a while where we had a shit ton of homeless downtown, and then they kind of cleaned it out. I know they're in the woods or whatever the fuck it is now, but it is possible to change. Now, with this dude, and Bob, I'm going to go back to something you said earlier with his dad. I think a lot of dads look at this of like, all right, maybe I can help him become a man or you know, feel more manly by buying him a gun, taking him to gun clubs, getting him out there, doing some things and everything else like that. I don't know what to do about that, because that might be a father trying to help his son not become whatever the fuck that is. And I don't have the answer to that necessarily.
Well, I mean, the answer is, again, you're solving that problem as far downstream as possible. You're taking a kid that you've never instructed on how to feel or behave like an actual man, and then introducing him to masculinity at a late age, and that is a very late age to do it.
23?
Yes. If you see these people, you see these dudes who go on these fucking like masculinity retreats, and they take on, it's the same thing as so-called trans women. They're men, right? It's a caricature of a man's idea of a woman. You know what I mean? It's like drag. It's fucking nonsense.
Right.
It's not. That's not a real woman, obviously, right? No real woman would behave in that way. It's a fucking internal caricature that a man thinks of as a woman. And the same thing happens when a guy is a bitch. You know what I mean? And tries to pretend to be a man. What you get is like shrieking and fucking violence and yelling and blah blah blah. Or on the more calm side, the constant healing and introspection, homosexuality. You know what I mean? It's just that's not manhood. And if you try to teach your son to be a man when he's 23 years old, this is what you get right here.
Yeah, it's strange. And someday I'm sure they'll do some study on this and go back through all these files and look at where it happened and why and everything else. But I'm way behind you 100% with the media, man. The media is perpetrating this shit that we're all after fucking trans people and all the other shit, when it's like, no. I mean,
do you know how much time I spend thinking about trans people?
Zero.
Not 1 second of my fucking day. Unless you're doing some weird shit, like that dumb bitch that's in Congress was saying that Republicans are creepy and weird, bizarre and weird is what he said. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's a man in woman's clothing telling you that you're bizarre and weird. Now, to be fair, you've got a fucking Puya shirt on and a mustache.
Sure.
So that is a little bizarre and weird. But
at least I can admit it.
Yeah, but you know it's not nearly as bizarre or weird as pretending that you don't have a dick.
Right.
Okay.
And the other part about this, and I'll close it up with this, is there's because we live where we live out here, there's not a lot of stores and not a lot of things food-wise or gas station-wise even. So, like, I feel like I know all the people that work in these places because it's the only places we have out here to kind of frequent. There's a couple of trans people. I don't know what the fuck, men or women. I have no idea. But also, I don't care. They're good at their job. Whenever I see them, they're friendly and great. I don't think about it once. I don't say anything. There's no hate.
Yeah.
I never hear anybody in line screaming shit at them. Like,
there's just
ever.
no version of that's happening in America right now, where you go through the fucking drive-through at your local coffee shop, and it's a dude wearing a dress, and they're like, "Here's your coffee," and you're like, "Thanks, queer.
Yeah.
See you in hell." Nobody says that. You just take your coffee and go on about your fucking business. The same way I would if the person was wearing like a fucking Democrat pen. Like, oh, you're stupid, probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my fucking way to...
Like, I don't care about that.
That's dumb, too.
You get to live your life. If you're wearing a T-shirt of a band that sucks, let's say the Beatles, for example.
Oh, boy, don't start,
They're just
dude.
absolutely terrible.
Don't
If I see somebody
start.
if I see somebody in a Beatles shirt, I'm like, oh, that person's dumb as fuck. They're dumb as fuck. But I'm not going to say that out loud because it's rude.
Well,
I'm
the
gonna
Beatles are
think
great.
it. No,
The
they're
Beatles
not.
are great.
Terrible.
I'm on the right side of history on that one. But yeah, same here, man. And I don't hear it unless it is coming from the media. I really don't. Look, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. And I'm not naive enough to think that it doesn't happen on, certain occasions or things or whatever it is. But I mean, as far as where we live in the outskirts of, the country out here, whatever the fuck you want to call it, yeah, man, if there was one place you would think that people would be pissed off and you'd hear it all the time, you'd be like, all right, maybe it's Texas, man, exactly like you said. Thanks for the coffee, queer. I don't hear it.
No.
I don't hear it.
I'm gonna
the media tells me I do, but I don't hear it.
Bob, I'm sending you a clip from Bill Hicks. And I think this is from...
Can we play it, though, is the question.
I don't see why
on
not.
YouTube.
Why not?
Maybe the audio.
Yeah, it's just audio.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's from 1991, from May of 1991. I sent it to you on your the DB email, or whatever it is. Just a YouTube clip.
I realized this week that I don't fit in anywhere in the world. I don't like anybody in the world. Nothing interests me, and I'm bummed because, quite frankly, I was counting on having a life. You know what it is? I think I watch too much news. That's the problem. You ever watch CNN for longer than, say, 20 hours in one day? I've got to cut that out. It's too fucking depressing, man. You ever watch CNN for any length of time? War, famine, death, AIDS, homeless, recession, depression, monsoon, war, famine, death, AIDS, homeless. Then you look out your window. Where's all this shit going on? Ted Turner's making this shit up, man. Jane Fonda won't sleep with him. He runs to a typewriter. By 1992, we will all die of AIDS. Here, read that on the air. I don't get laid, nobody gets laid.
I mean, that's 35 years ago, and it still literally holds up to this day.
You can cut it, Bob.
Yeah, you're good there.
Yeah, that is
35 years ago, and it's still the same.
Yeah.
I only hear, you know where I hear it too? It's not just CNN or Fox or anything else. It's ABC, NBC, CBS. I mean, it's mainstream media where you hear this hatred, death, famine. We're all going to die. Everybody's fucking going to die from a hurricane, a Cat 5. One was coming toward Wilmington, allegedly. And I was like, well, shit. With my wife, I turned it up when I get off of work, and I'm like, wait, it's tailing out into the ocean? They're like, yeah, but you're supposed to get 2 to 4 feet of waves. And it's like, what the fuck are you leading off with that for? This fear-mongering shit. So, yeah, it hasn't changed in 35 years, and that is still relevant by one of the greats, Bill Hicks.
The absolute best stand-up comedian of all time is got to be either him or George Carlin, in my opinion.
Boy, it's close, man.
I like the political commentary, and nobody did it better than those two.
I agree. You
could go Eddie Murphy, too, but
but he didn't do politics.
No, he didn't do politics.
If you're looking for politics, yes, 100%. Next up, advertiser-wise, we got our buddies over at AmFi, American Financing.net/Drinkin Bros. Interest rates have been high for the last few years. And, well, hopefully they're getting better here, Jerome Powell, you fuck. Lower the goddamn interest rates. A lot of people have been reaching for credit cards to pay for their bills. Credit cards are trapping Americans. These APRs are fucking out of control. We got one for the company recently to switch over after J.P. Morgan was like, oh, God, you guys are awful people. So we switched over to American Express, for Christ's sakes. And APR and all this shit, doesn't matter what the company is, man, on these credit cards, high as fuck. Anywhere from 20 to 30%. This is for homeowners out there. If you're out there, the APR or the interest rate on your house is still around 7.5 to 8. So if you take a little bit of equity out of your home, pay off your credit cards, on average, it'll save you about $800 a month when you call and let American Financing help you. It's not really a big mystery or anything like that. It's just simply fucking interest. That's it. That's all it is. Look at your fucking credit cards. After doing taxes this year and every year, I look at these things and I'm like, holy shit. Now, we've used them in a pinch for Hard AF Seltzer and the media company, if invoices are late and all that other shit. But it's not great. I mean, you're looking at fucking 30%, like I said. So give these guys a call. American Financing is a family-owned mortgage lender. It's been around for 25 years, licensed in all 50 states. The mortgage consultants are salary-based, so there's no incentive for them to put you into a loan that doesn't make any sense. They don't charge any upfront or hidden fees to find out how much you can save. You may be able to close in as fast as 10 days. You also may be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, creating more savings up front. They've helped hundreds of thousands of homeowners create meaningful savings, and it's reflected in their reviews on Google. Call today at 866-887-2275. That's 866-887-2275 or AmericanFinancing.net/Drinkin Bros. Their BBB disclaimer there is NMLS 182334 at nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Bob puts all of these links in the audio and video description there in case you forget it. Coming out of my beautiful mouth every goddamn day, all right? BBB is a Better Business Bureau, by the way. They get a shit ton of great Google reviews. I've personally used them 3 times, so love these guys.
I think we should skip down to that last story.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's fire away.
This is my favorite one of the week.
Charles Edgar Cheese, dude. Kids and parents watched as a Florida man dressed in a Chuck E. Cheese mascot costume was arrested for alleged credit card theft. We're going to detain the mouse, an officer said. Is there body cam footage of this? Please tell me it's got...
just a still image, unfortunately.
No fucking way. Blow that up, Bob. They got him cuffed?
Oh, yeah.
In the fucking...
They didn't even take the costume off.
Wow. That head is hot, by the way.
Which is like, for the kids involved, it's kind of like... is it more traumatic to see Chuck E. Cheese in handcuffs or to see the hat come off? And see that there's a dude
There's
under there?
both. So here's the deal. They usually give them, 15 minutes on the floor, and then they bring them back and let them take the hat off because it's so goddamn hot in there. Some of them are built with like fans in the head. I know way too much about this shit. But with that, if they left the fucking hat on this guy all the way down to the station and everything else, holy shit, dude, that guy's going to die in there.
So when it comes to mascots, Ross, I have a good bit of experience with this. I was the Chick-fil-A cow in the tail end of high school.
Whoa!
You got to have some money. You got to make money wherever you can.
Chick-fil-A is a great place to work at,
It was.
too.
Got a lot of free food. It was great. I will say some of the most I've sweated in my life because especially in Sacramento, during the summers, it can get up to 106, 107. And when you're in the costume, it's just this sweat. And you can't ever wipe it or kind of get it out of your eyes, so you just have it kind of running everywhere. It's miserable to be inside those things.
I know as well, by the way. So years ago, I told this story in the show. I worked in Columbus, Ohio, very briefly. I was a skate referee at United Skates of America. That was the name of it. And yes, I wore the old school roller skates. I didn't go rollerblades or anything like that. I wore the ones with the orange wheels and all that other shit. I can skate very well, actually. But they told me at the end of one of my shifts that I had to put on a Scatosaurus Rex costume and then do the chicken dance and bring this kid his birthday cake for a party. And I put the head on just to see what it was like. It was so goddamn hot underneath that thing. I quit the job over it. I go, no, man, I'm going to... He goes, well, it's my way or the highway. And I was like, cool, man, I'm taking US 71 back to campus because I'm fucking out of here. And I was the only one working that night besides my manager, so he had to wear that goddamn thing. I would have paid money to see how much he was sweating underneath this because those things are hot as fuck, dude. So if he had to go down to the station, it's wild. Why did he get arrested?
I think it's a credit card theft, right?
Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know if he stole the credit cards.
Jermell Jones, 41.
Yeah, while he was in costume, or if he was like using one of those weird reader things to steal them off the swipers or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact details.
Well, he's denying any wrongdoing, by the way.
Charles Entertainment Cheese was hitting a lick, you know?
Yeah, I sure was, dude. I go Edgar because I'm pretty formal.
Well, it is officially,
him.
it's entertainment.
I know him.
We don't give a fuck about official here.
Yeah,
No, dude.
just that's the lore. That's
his
the background.
government name
Yeah,
is
is
Edgar.
okay.
So I call him by his government name, all right? It's Charles Edgar Cheese.
Also, what was the name of the person
It's kind
who
of
did
like,
it?
His name is Jermell Jones.
Do we think that's...
Yep, sure do. Thank you. Thank you. I sure do. And with that, with Charles Edgar Cheese here, it's a lot like M. Night Shyamalan. We all know it stands for Monday. It's Monday Night Shyamalan.
Wait a minute. What? Bob, where did this happen?
What city and state was this? Florida? It's got to be Florida.
So it
right?
is Florida.
Tallahassee Police.
Oh, God.
So you're Florida State, dude.
Hang on a sec.
Holy shit.
Give me just one moment.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
kind of looking into something.
Do you
right
know this
now.
guy?
No, but the internet might. Let's see.
Jermell Jones is his name.
Looking, hang on.
While you're looking, police were tipped off about the alleged criminal activity by a woman who said she regularly visited the establishment. Why? Why did she go? Why was she there on the reg?
Oh, boy. Bob, go to CoachJermelJones.com.
Come on, man.
And keep that picture up.
Is that the same? Oh, wait. That's him without the head on.
Yeah.
Too.
So grab that picture of him without the hat on and then go to this site.
Come on, man.
And then click on the website is all fucked up, but if you click one of those down arrows at the top, we can see a photo of this guy. The one on the left. No, go back. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. This
No,
is
go
back.
back. Go back.
Boy.
Go back. And
Is that the same guy?
Go to the original site, and then the one that's that little down arrow on the top left, right there, below the blue.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you see that?
It's one of the worst WordPress sites
it's
I've ever
so
seen.
bad.
But
Click that.
click it.
And there's going to be scroll through some pictures and find one that doesn't have the kids in it if you can. But there's one where he's
a high school coach?
Like zoom in on his face right there, and then go back to that photo of zoom in on that, and then go back to that photo.
Is this the same Jermell?
No, go
Jones?
back to the photo where he's in costume and he's got his hat off.
Okay.
That one. Scroll on or like zoom in on this
Zoom
guy's
in on
face.
this one.
I don't think it's the same guy. It doesn't look like the same guy.
I don't think so either.
But they're both from the same area of Florida.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
So this poor coach is going to get accused.
Yeah,
of
he's going to for
fucking A, dude.
For some reason.
Man,
This guy looks like he's cool. I mean, he can't fucking make a website for shit.
The coach?
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah. Anybody who's coached in fucking high school football, it's a hard job.
Especially
man.
in Florida. They take it seriously.
Well, you also have to teach all day.
So he has a 3, at the heart of my approach, he says, are 3 core initiatives, collectively known as RGC. R is raise the bar. We aim to continuously elevate our standards, so on and so forth. G, grow the body.
Yeah.
Right? Growth, in my eyes, encompasses not just physical prowess, but also mental and spiritual development. And then C, create community. Building a sense of belonging and unity is paramount. This doesn't sound like a guy who would steal credit cards. It also doesn't sound like a guy who would wear a Chuck E. Cheese costume.
No.
Right? They're definitely separate people.
And
I'm glad that we sussed this out. On the show.
I am too.
Just in
man.
case anybody searches the internet for this, now we'll have this cataloged on a public YouTube video that Jermell Jones, the football coach, is not Jermell Jones, the credit card thief / Chuck E. Cheese enthusiast.
Right.
That's all.
God damn. What are the chances that they have the
Pretty
same
high.
name in the same area?
Pretty high. Yeah. Pretty high.
Oh, fuck, dude. I respect coaches, man. God damn it. All right. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin Bro of the Week. You could submit on drinkinbros.com. Brobox just came, dude. We got the footballs.
I think mine's getting delivered tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, look, we try to do themed boxes for every single month. Obviously, the NFL is getting cranked up tonight. College football got cranked up last weekend. We have a personalized Drinkin Bros football. That way you can take it to tailgates, throw it around with your kids, do whatever. And it's it came from the guy who's the commissioner of the Arena League. So we got really nice ones, man. We try to get really nice products. So that way it's like, fuck, man, congratulations. But so those are in the box this month. And also in the merch store, click on that Snaps photo there of that. I just bought this shirt. So I bought, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these because we have them with the Drinkin Bros crest on it, and then we got them with the Hard AF logo crest on it from Snaps. They were kind enough to do 50 a piece for us here for the website. I realize they're a tad pricey, but they are like dress shirts, and like they're waterproof, sunproof, all the other shit. You can fish in them, you can do anything in these goddamn things, and I love them.
You can coach football.
You
can.
I wore it at the game.
Oh yeah.
We went to Ohio State.
You can coach football. You can steal credit cards.
Do whatever you want.
You can entertain the kids.
Sure can.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
And you can submit for Drinkin Bro of the Week on drinkinbros.com and get emailed to it live on air. If you want to get some merch in a bro box, that'd be fucking awesome. Also, we have the app. The Drinkin Bros app is live, and we've got a wall on there that is unzucked. You can do whatever you want. 30 seconds of video has just been added. It is free, and it's available on iPhones and Androids. But also on there is the submission for Drinkin Bro of the Week as well, and that will get emailed to us. So,
well, I've got one
let
for
me
the
pull up
show
the old
first.
email. Yeah, go ahead, and then I'll pull up the email.
There's one for the show first. So our dear friend and rock superstar Danny Worsnop of Asking Alexandria and solo Danny Worsnop was born today.
34?
This day 35 years ago, I
35,
believe.
okay.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Yeah, love Danny Worsnop. Genuinely one of my favorite singers on the planet, male vocalist on the planet. In a non-gay way or a gay way, and an 18% gay way. Super fucking talented dude, even better human being. I fucking love Danny. I just talked to him 2 nights ago. He's on tour right now. I think they're in Charlotte tonight. I forget who's on that bill.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they are.
Man, they're doing a lot of fucking gigs, though, because he's been, it feels like every single night they're on tour somewhere. But yeah, I know they're in Charlotte tonight. So go and check him out. He's the fucking greatest. And then also submit for Drinkin Bro of the Week on drinkinbros.com. This one just came in from, see here, Drinkin Bro submission, John Ward from California. Listener for 3 years, wants to nominate Jessica Ward, living, thank you for saying that, for standing up to the Temecula Valley Unified School District, who wants non-transgender female students to fill out a mental health accommodation if they don't want to share bathrooms and locker rooms with men. How wildly appropriate is that for today's show, I guess? They say that it is a matter of public safety. It's the board's position that a female child that is uncomfortable with men in the girls' locker rooms suffers from a mental health condition. My wife made valid points and highlighted the board's blatant contradictions on their stance. There was enough pushback that there is a follow-up meeting next week. Most importantly, as a former Marine, she did so in a public setting without calling them faggots or retards, which I could never do. All politicians are cunts, and the school board members are minor league politicians. Cheers, boys.
I mean, if DC is...
By the way, I read that word for word.
Oh, yeah.
I did
those
not
are just
improvise
quotes.
on that.
Yeah, those are just quotes. Yeah, so if DC is Hollywood for ugly people, what is local politics? It is Hollywood for ugly, retarded people.
Yes. And you want to talk about bullying in schools and all that other shits. There was a listener who sent me something about bullying and asked us to address it. And I said, look, let me read the article before I go on air about it. But that happens in local politics all the fucking time. PTA boards, all that other shits. Like, I'll tell you this, man. Local politics is way dirtier than federal. You would blow your fucking mind, dude. Some of these shit we know.
Yeah, it's wild. Just the corruption and whatnot. The FBI doesn't even need to exist. There should be an agency that's just dedicated to prosecuting local political corruption. Like if the FBI only did that, I would support the FBI wholly. We have one additional request from the audience from Trouble 13.
Okay.
Says, give a shout out to Manny from KC, Kansas City, and put the Mexican music too.
Sure.
Manny, if you're out there, my grass is getting a little high, bud. I don't know what to tell you. It's getting a little high, so.
Give it a little mow, bro.
Stop on by.
And then also, Manny, you gonna blast this fool or what, Hoss? Just saying, Manny. Just saying, okay?
We need to have the mariachi band
back
full time.
I would love to have
just
them
have
back on
them
the show.
standing here the whole time.
That Christmas show was a fucking
That was
blast
great.
for those guys.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I love those guys.
So do I. Big fan. Big fan. Appreciate you guys tuning in and day out. Go to Spotify where this show today. If it's free on YouTube, it's free on the videos, free on Spotify as well. Patreon will always be Patreon for us, but we put the video shows up on Spotify along with a lot of the back catalogs. So like from the Ghosts of Christmas Past, that is up there, and then we'll be putting up some more episodes soon from the past. And then go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Yes, that's all the advertisers really fucking care about. I know. Just get us over fucking 10,000 reviews, and I'll shut the fuck up about it forever. I think that's like the benchmark for those guys. All right? For D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin Bros Fake News. Good night, everyone.